boat would by.
I know. I don't blame him coming back.
Yeah.
But we're mic'd pretty well right here. And we are good to go.
Okay.
Hey friends, this is Aaron with 2AM Investments, and I'm sitting here with this great family, Jeremy and Samantha, and we are about to hit up a happy hour to celebrate here at the Pybus Market in Wenatchee, Washington. And we're celebrating because a deal that we engaged in about a year ago, about 10 months ago or so. Samantha, what was going on about a year ago?
So we were in a house that was sort of a fixer-upper and continued to cost us money because we had to contract out all of the time to get work done, and it seemed like there was always something new that needed to happen. So we got to a point where we just got fed up and we wanted to start fresh, and so we just called. We saw the signs all the time, and it was just sort of on a whim that I just called one day, just out of curiosity. I figured it wasn't, I was like, it's too good to be true. We'll just call it anyway and just see what he says. And when I talked to you, what you said sounded great.
The sign that you saw on the side of the road, what did it say? What did it say?
It just said, "We buy houses."
Okay, one of the simple bandit signs that we put everywhere.
Handwritten, yeah.
And so we have those right now. We have them in Wenatchee and Spokane, and some in Seattle, and some in Las Vegas too. And so we are investors. We don't represent anyone other than ourselves, although we do try to make deals that serve all the parties involved. So at first, when I first talked to you, what we were looking at, you had already talked to a realtor and kind of gotten a consultation about what you might have to do to list with them.
Yes.
And what did that sound like?
It sounded like a lot of out of pocket, that we would probably have to use a lot of our equity up in order to even get it sell ready. And then by that point, it would be a gamble as far as what we would actually get for the house.
So what was when you called and you were looking for a solution, what was your main concern?
Our main concern was using our equity and then not having, and then not making money on the house once we finally sold it.
There's that situation where you might spend all of whatever money you could sell it for, you might spend that to fix it up, and then you still might not have a sale.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. And the time and energy that would take to do that.
Right.
And the stress of just having a house up for sale. And
so would you have done it yourself or called contractors to do?
We would have called contractors.
Yeah.
So that was the part that stressed us out the most, was that we pretty much did what we could do on the house, and we were at a point where we then were going to have to hire out for everything else. And they were big, so if we had the time or the skills to be able to do what needed to be done, that would have been a different story. But since we had to contract out, it seemed kind of insurmountable.
Yeah. And so you had another house kind of that you're excited to move into.
Yes.
Okay, so I think that what I was trying to figure out when we first talked was how to buy the house so that you were in the clear, but how to I think make your payments starting immediately, so that we wouldn't have to wait any time there, so that you were able to show your new bank that your old payment was taken care of, so that you could move into the new house.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we structured like take over your payments now, cash you out sometime in the next, I think it was 12 months with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Or before the end of August or something like that. So initially I didn't know what my exit plan was. I just knew take over the payments, get it purchased by the end of August. And so I brought in a contractor who's a recurring partner, and he's in my 2AM Investments network. And initially we were going to just do the work on the house, get it up to full retail, and then try to sell it somewhere close to full retail after doing all the work. But then I found somebody who was wanting to do the work and move in, put his family in it immediately and do the work. So that seemed like a perfect fit for him as well. So
yeah.
And that's what I like to do, is make kind of a win-win-win all the way around. So if you or someone you know has a house that you would like to sell, either the monthly payments are getting you down, or you just want a cash offer because you want it to happen quickly and have the weight lifted, give us a call at 509-387-2042, or check us out at 2amhouses.com or 509houses.com. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. One taste.
Yeah. And the one thing that I would add in there is that we never had 2 payments at a time. Like there was never 1 month that we had to make like 2 mortgage payments, which was such a big deal. And you explained that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was so nice.
Já é demais o meu penar. Quero voltar àquela vida de alegria. Quero de novo cantar.